Information Systems and Knowledge Management, Chapter 2, Business Research Methods. After studying this chapter, we should be able to know and distinguish the concepts of data, information, and intelligence, understand the four characteristics that describe data, know the purpose of research in assisting business operations, know what the decision support system is and does, and recognize the major categories of databases. The example that this chapter starts with, delivery data and UPS. So when it comes to package delivery, UPS, United Parcel Service, beats them all. UPS is the largest delivery company in the world. Both in terms of number of packages it delivers, almost 5 billion packages per year, and the revenue that it generates. It was around 50 billions in 2015. So while it may be easy to think about UPS as a company focused on the US market, it's actually a global corporation that delivers more packages per day in international markets than in the US. So how does a company of this size combine both the global services with local delivery? So the answer is through an intense investment in data management and integration with the goal of leveraging data to meet its core global business goals, namely timely and accurate package delivery. With technology investment of over $1 billion a year, UPS succeeds by making sure that data management is a key driver of its business process. And using a global ground and air network, the company has the only integrated data collection and management system that incorporates all levels of services, both global and domestic, in one pickup and delivery system, with more than 3,000 network sites across the globe and presence in over 220 countries. It's important to remember that technology investment in data and information services never stops for such a companies like UPS, and information in tracking application for computers and smartphones that use telematics. That means GPS, global positioning systems. With the package information, UPS sees information systems as a core component of a business success. So information, data, and intelligence. In everyday language, terms like information and data are often used interchangeably. Researchers use these terms in specific ways that emphasize how useful each can be. Data are simply facts or recorded measures of certain phenomena, things, or events. And information is data formatted or structured to support decision making or to define the relationship between two facts. Business intelligence is the subset of data and information that actually has some explanatory power, enabling effective managerial decision to be made. So there is more data than information and more information than intelligence. Think about and here we have, think about thousands upon thousands of unsummarized facts recorded by Home Depot, for example, each day. Each time a product is scanned at the checkout, that fact is recorded and becomes data. Each customer transaction is simultaneously entered into the store's computerized inventory systems. The inventory system structures the data in such a way that a stock report can be generated in order for that store can be placed. So automated inventory systems turn data into information. Further, the information from each store's sales and inventory records may be harvested by analysts. The analysts may analyze the trends and prepare reports for Home Depot that helps Home Depot buyers get the right product in each store, or even suggest places for new Home Depot location. So the analyst has now completed the transformation of data into intelligence. And in this picture here we can see the distinction between data, information, and intelligence. Now some characteristics of valuable information. Not all data are valuable to decision maker. Useful data become information and help a business manager make decision and can as well become intelligence. And we have some characteristics that help determine how useful data may be: relevance, quality, timeliness, and completeness. Relevance is a characteristic of data reflecting how pertinent these particular facts are to the situation at hand. Put it another way, the facts are logically connected to the situation. Unfortunately, irrelevant data and information often creep into decision making. And one useful way to distinguish relevance from irrelevance is to think about how things change. Relevant data are facts about things that can be changed, and if they are changed, it will materially alter the situation. This is about relevance. Quality. Data quality is the degree to which data represents the true situation. High quality data are accurate, valid, and reliable, issues we discuss in details later on. High quality data represent reality faithfully. If a consumer were to replace the product UPC from one drill at Home Depot with one from a different drill, not only would the consumer be acting unethically, but it would also mean that the data collected at the checkout counter would be inaccurate. Timeliness. Business is a dynamic field in which out-of-date information can lead to poor decisions. Business information must be timely, that is, provided at the right time. Computerized information systems can record events and dispense relevant information soon after the event. A great deal of business information becomes available almost at the moment that a transaction occurs. Timeliness means that the data are current enough to still be relevant. And completeness, information completeness refers to having the right amount of information. Managers must have sufficient information about all aspects of their decision. In this example here, RFID technology gets cheaper and the business knowledge grows. RFID means radio frequency identification or identifiers, and these tags have been used by large organizations for several years now. The US military makes great use of RFIDs in tracking the whereabouts of virtually all kinds of products, both big and small. Logistics officer can instantly track the whereabouts of Humvees or MREs, meals ready to eat information from the tag is transmitted to the computer servers and then directly into a GTN global tracking network. And equipment and supplies can then be ordered and dispatched to needed location with minimal human contact. Product consumption can as well be tracked in real time. So they know in real time if a personnel is in the desert or use more food and water than the personnel in a jungle. So Walmart is as well pushing suppliers to adopt this technology. Not only can Walmart use RFIDs in logistical operation in the supply chain, but the potential exists to go into consumer homes and track how much and the way consumers actually consume the product. And potentially the decision support systems could tie ordering to customers' consumptions. However, the cost of RFIDs makes them impractical for some suppliers. It's the cost, but Alien Technology Corporation, they recently announced a drop in the price of RFID tags, but with the possibility to use RFID technologies in business research and operations, for sure will continue to soar in the next years. Knowledge management. Who has the best pizza in town? The answer to this question requires knowledge. Indeed, you as a consumer have stored knowledge about many products. You know the best restaurants, the best theaters, the best bars, and so forth. All this is knowledge that helps you make decisions as a consumer. Much of it is based on a personal research involving product trials or searches for information. From an individual perspective, knowledge is simply what you have stored in memory. It helps you make decisions about a variety of things in your life. But organization can use knowledge in a similar way. Knowledge is accumulated not just from a single individual, but from many sources. Financial managers, human resources managers, sales managers, economic forecasts, and custom order research all contribute to an organization's knowledge base. All of this data forms the organization's memory. From a company perspective, knowledge is a blend of previous experience, insights, and data that forms organizational memory. It provides a framework that can be thoughtfully applied when assessing a business problem. Business research and decision makers use this knowledge to help create solutions to strategic and tactical problems. So, knowledge is a key resource and a potential competitive advantage. Knowledge is the process of creating an inclusive, comprehensive, and easily accessible organizational memory, which can be called the organization's intellectual capital. The purpose of knowledge management is to organize the intellectual capital of an organization in a formally structured way for easy use. And knowledge is presented in a way that helps manager comprehend and act on that information and make better decisions in all areas of business. Knowledge management systems are particularly useful in making data available across the functional areas of the company. So marketing, management, and financial knowledge can be integrated. Recent research demonstrates how knowledge management systems are particularly useful in new product development and introduction. The firm's sales force plays a particularly useful role in the knowledge management process, and salespeople are in a key position to have a lot of knowledge about customers and the company's capabilities. Thus, there are tools both for accumulating knowledge and for turning it into useful information. Market-oriented organizations generally provide both formal and informal methods through which knowledge gained by salespeople can be entered into a data warehouse to assist all decision makers, not just the sales force. Are businesses clairvoyant? A business traveler checks into a hotel and finds his favorite type of pillow, favorite snacks, and one of his favorite types of wine waiting upon arrival. Or another customer dreams about a vacation in Hawaii, and then he or she received an email from Expedia with a great package deal to visit that same resort. So, using a system called active data warehousing, companies can integrate data with research results that allow them to predict consumer preferences and even cyclical usage patterns quite accurately. Modern technologies gives these companies a big advantage in the marketplace. Companies that don't adapt the technology may have much harder time serving their customer. The latest technology even provide ways for customers to voluntarily enter data or block certain data from being transmitted to the companies they do business with. So, global information systems, increased global competition and technological advances in interactive media have given rise to global information systems. A global information system is an organized collection of a computer hardware, software, data, and personnel designed to capture, to store, update, manipulate, analyze, and immediately display information about worldwide business activities. It's a tool for providing past, present, and projected information on internal operations and external activities. Using satellite communication, high-speed microcomputers, electronic data interchanges, and optical fiber data storage devices, and other technological advances in interactive media, global information systems are changing the nature of business. With so much and diverse information available in a global information systems, organizations have found necessary to determine what data, information, and knowledge are most useful to a particular business unit. Business research can be described in many ways, and one way is to categorize research based on the four possible functions it serves in business. Foundational answers basic questions: what business should we be in? Testing addresses things like new product concepts or promotional ideas. How effective will they be? Issues examines how specific issues impact the companies and how does organizational structure impact employees' job satisfaction and turnover. And performance monitors specific metrics including financial statistics like profitability and delivery time. This type of research is critical in real-time management and in what-if type of analysis, examining the potential impact of a change in policy. Of this, it is the performance category that is of most interest to decision support systems, and the metrics that are monitored can be fed into automated decision-making systems, or they can trigger reports that are delivered to managers. And this form the basis of a decision support systems and best typify the way businesses research assist managers with day-to-day operational decisions. The decision support system is a system that helps decision makers confront problems through direct interaction with computerized databases and analytical software programs. The purpose of a decision support system is to store data and transform them into organized information that is easily accessible to managers. Doing so saves managers countless hours so that decisions that might take days or even weeks otherwise can be made in minutes using a DSS decision support system. Modern decision support systems greatly facilitate CRM, customer relationship management. A CRM system is part of the DSS that address exchanges between the firms and its customers. It brings together information about customers, including sales data, market trends, marketing promotions, and the way consumers respond to them, consumer preferences, and more. A CRM system describes customer relationship in sufficient details so that financial directors or marketing managers, salespeople, and customer service representatives, and perhaps the customers themselves, can access information directly, match customer needs with satisfying product offerings, remind customer of service requirements, and know what other product a customer has purchased. This exhibit provides a basic illustration of a decision support system. Raw unsummarized data are input to the DSS. Data collected in business research projects are a major source of this input, but the data may be purchased or collected by accountants, financial officers, sales managers, production managers, or companies' employees other than the business researchers. Effective businesses spend a great deal of time and effort collecting information for input into the decision support systems, and useful information is the output of a DSS. A decision support system requires both databases and software. For companies operating across national borders, the DSS becomes part of its global information system. Databases and data warehousing. A database is a collection of raw data arranged logically and organized in a form that can be stored and processed by a computer. A customer mailing list is one type of database. Population characteristics may be recorded by state, by country, or even by city. Production figures and cost can come from internal company records. Modern computer technology makes both the storage and retrieval of this information easy and convenient. Data warehousing. Data warehousing is the process allowing important day-to-day operational data to be stored and organized for a simplified access. More specifically, a data warehouse is the multi-tiered computer storehouse of a current and historical data. Data warehouse management requires that the detailed data from operational systems be extracted, transformed, placed into logical partitions, and then stored in a consistent manner. Organizations with data warehouses may integrate databases from both inside and outside the company. Managing a data warehouse effectively requires considerable computing power and expertise. As a result, data warehouse companies exist that provide the service for companies in return for a fee. Input management. How does data end up in a data warehouse where it can be used by the decision support system? How is the input managed? Input includes all the numerical, text, voice, and image data that enter the DSS. Systematic accumulation of pertinent, timely, and accurate data is essential to the success of a decision support system. DSS managers, system analysts, and programmers are responsible for the decision support system as a whole, but many functions within an organization provide input data. Business researcher, accountant, corporate librarian, personnel director, salespeople, production managers, and many others within the organizations help to collect the data and provide input for the DSS. Input data can as well come from external sources. And the 5 major sources of data input are internal records, proprietary business research, salesperson input, behavioral tracking, and outside vendor and external distributors of data. And here in this exhibit we can see all of them, the sources, and each source can provide a valuable input. Now the first one, internal records. Internal records such as accounting reports of production cost and sales figures provide considerable data that may become useful information for managers. An effective data collection system establishes orderly procedures to ensure that data about cost, shipment, inventory, sales, and other aspects of regular operations are routinely collected and entered into the computer. Proprietary business research. Proprietary business research has already been defined as a broad set of procedures and methods. Proprietary business research emphasizes that the company's gathering of new data. To clarify the DSS concepts, consider a narrower view of a business research. Through proprietary research, procedures and methods are conducted regularly and continuously. Instead, research projects conducted to study specific company problems generate data, and this is proprietary business research. Provided managers with non-routine data that otherwise would not be available is a major function of a proprietary business research. Proprietary research often involves either testing and or issues types of research. Salesperson input. Salespeople are typically a business boundary spanners, the link between the organization and the external environment. They are in touch with these outside entities. They commonly provide essential business data. Sales representative reports frequently alert managers to changes in competitors' prices and new product offering. They as well may involve the types of complaints salespeople are hearing from customers. As the trends become evident, this data may become business intelligence, leading to a change in product design or service delivery. Behavioral tracking. Modern technology provides new ways of tracking human behavior, and global positioning satellite systems allows management to track the whereabouts of delivery personnel at all times. It's the same systems that provide direction through car navigation systems. Technology as well allows firms to track actual customer behavior. It's true that GPS tracking of customers' physical location is possible, but the internet as well greatly facilitates customer behavior tracking. For instance, Google tracks the click-through sequence of the customers. If a customer is searching for information on refrigerators and then goes to Best Buy, Google can track this behavior and use the information to let Best Buy know how important it is to advertise on Google, and even automated pricing for different advertisers. Purchase behavior can as well be tracked at the point of sales. Scanner data refers to the accumulated records resulting from point of sales data recordings. In other words, each time products are scanned at the checkout counter, the information can be stored. The term single source data refers to a system's ability to gather several types of interrelated data, such as the types of purchase, use a sales promotion, or advertising frequency data from a single source in a format that will facilitate integration, comparison, and analysis. Staying at Home Depot. The DSS of any organization is no better than the quality of the data input to its data warehouse. How can a firm make sure that the input remains relevant and retain a high-touch component in a high-tech world? So Home Depot has always tried to make sure its executives stay in touch by requiring them to spend a substantial amount of time off sales floors on the Home Depot stores, which means that one of the folks in the bright orange apron helping you choose the right flush valve may be a six-figure executive. So people who decide what should go into the warehouse and how the DSS will use it maintain an appreciation for the types of decision faced by Home Depot stores managers each and every day. So Home Depot even asks outside suppliers who may be involved in information technology design to spend a few days in an actual Home Depot store. So at Home Depot implement the key innovation in its data networks. The people helping it to do so understand what the information needs of employees really are. Even Home Depot outside directors meet with middle managers and conduct store visits so that they can provide more meaningful advice to senior executive. So part of the advice concerns the data needs of a Home Depot managers. And the last one out of the 5, outside vendors and external distributors. Outside vendors and external distributors market information as their products. Many organizations specialize in the collection of publication of high quality information. One outside vendor, Nielsen, for example, provides TV program ratings, audience count, and information about the demographic composition of television viewers groups. Other vendors specialize in the distribution of information. Public libraries have always purchased information, traditionally in the form of books, and they have served as distributors of this information. Companies called data specialists record and store certain business information. Computer technologies has changed the way many of these organizations supply data, favoring the development of computerized databases. Computerized data archives. Historically, collection of organized and readily retrievable data were available in printed form at libraries. And numerous computerized search and retrieval systems and electronic databases are available as subscription services or in libraries. Just as a student can query the school library to find information for a term paper without leaving home, data acquisition for business has as well become far more convenient in recent years. Business people access online information search and retrieval services such as Dow Jones News Retrieval and Bloomberg Financial Markets without leaving their offices. In fact, an increasing range of information services can be accessed from remote location through digital wireless devices. Modern library patrons can command a computer to search indexes and retrieve databases from a range of vendors, such as wholesalers collect goods from manufacturers and offer them for sales to retailers who then provide them to consumers. Many information firms serve as data wholesalers. Data wholesalers put together a consortia of data resources into packages that are offered to municipal, corporate, and university libraries for a fee. Information users then access the data through these libraries, and some of the better-known databases include Wilson Business Center, Hoover's, ProQuest, InfoTrack, Dialog, LexisNexis, and the one that I mentioned, Dow Jones New Retrieval Services. These databases provide all types of information, including recent news stories and data tables charting statistical trends. Types of databases. Statistical databases contain numerical data for analysis and forecasting. Often demographic, sales, and other relevant business variables are recorded by geographical area. Geographical information systems use these geographical databases and powerful software to prepare computer maps of relevant variables. One source for these huge data warehouses is scanner data. Substituting electronic record keeping like optical scanner for human record keeping results in greater accuracy and more rapid feedback about some of the activities. Financial databases. Competitors' and customers' financial data, such as income statement and balance sheet, are of obvious interest to business managers, and these are easy to access in financial databases. One example is CompuStat. They publish an extensive financial databases of thousands of companies, broken down by the industry and other criteria, and in more than 30 countries, Europe, in Pacific Rim, and in North America. Video databases. Video databases and streaming media are having a major impact on many goods and services. Movie studios provide clips of upcoming films, and advertising agencies put TV commercials on the internet. McDonald's maintain a digital archive of television commercials and other video footage to share with its franchisees around the world. These video databases enable franchisees and their advertising agencies to create local advertising without the need for filming the same type of scenes already archived. Just imagine the value of digital video databases to advertising agencies' decision support systems. Networks and electronic data interchange. Individual personal computers can be connected through networks to other computers, and networking involves linking two or more computers to share data and software. EDI systems integrate one company's computer systems directly with another company's system. Much of the input to a company's decision support system may come through networks from the other company's computers. Companies such as JSX allows corporations to exchange business information with suppliers or customers. Walmart transmits millions of characters of data about the day's sales to its apparel suppliers. Wrangler, a supplier of blue jeans, shares the data and the model that interprets the data. As well, they share software applications that act to replenish the stocks in Walmart stores. And with DSS, Wrangler managers know when to send specific quantities of specific sizes and colors of jeans to specific stores from specific warehouses. So the result is a learning loop that lowers inventory cost and leads to fewer stockouts. What exactly is the internet? Well, the internet and the research as well. The internet is a worldwide network of computers that allows user access to data, information, and feedback from distant sources. It functions as the world's largest public library, providing access to a seemingly endless range of data. And many people believe that the internet is the most important communication medium since television. The internet has no central computer. Instead, each message sent bears an address code that let the sender forward a message to a desired destination from any computer linked to the net. Many benefits of the internet arise because the internet is a collection of thousands of small networks, both domestic and foreign. A domain is typically a company's name, institutional name, or organizational name associated with a host computer. A host is where the content for a particular website physically reside and is accessed. www.senecacollege.ca or forbes.com or census.gov. How is the internet useful to research? The internet is useful to research in many ways. In fact, more and more applications become known as the technology grows and is adopted by more and more users. The internet is particularly useful as a source for accessing available data and as a way of collecting data. Accessing available data. The internet allows instantaneous and effortless access to a great deal of information. Non-commercial and commercial organizations make a wealth of data and other resources available on the internet. Collecting the data. The internet as well revolutionizing the way researchers collect the data. We're going to discuss later on the use of web-based surveys. Questionnaires can be posted on a website and respondents can be invited to go to a particular URL and participate in the survey. This cut down the expenses associated with traditional mail survey and as well reduce errors since the data can be automatically recorded rather than transcribed from paper form into an electronic format. When consumers use the World Wide Web, they leave a record that can be traced and observed as well. Navigating the internet. The World Wide Web refers specifically to that portion of the internet made up of servers that support the retrieval system that organized information into documents called web pages. Parties that furnish information on the World Wide Web are called content providers. Content providers maintain websites, and the website consists of one or more web pages with related information about this particular topic. Most web browsers also allow the user to enter a URL, Uniform Resource Locator, into the program. The URL is really just a website address that web browsers recognize. Many websites allow any user or visitor access without previous approval. However, many commercial sites require that the user have a valid account and a password before access is granted. One of the most basic research tools available through the internet is a search engine. A search engine is a computerized directory that allows anyone to search the World Wide Web for information. And here we have Yahoo and Google and Bing and DuckDuckGo. A keyword search takes place as the search engines searches through millions of web pages for documents containing a specific keyword. And some specific search engines I mentioned before. Interactive media and environmental scanning. The internet is an interactive medium because users click command and often get customized responses. So the user and the equipment can have continuing conversation. Two or more individuals who communicate one-to-one through an email using an internet service providers are as well using interactive media. So are individuals who communicate with many senders and receivers through bulletin boards or chat rooms. Because of its vastness, the internet is an especially useful source for scanning many types of environmental changes. Environmental scanning entails all information gathering designed to detect changes in the external operating environment of the company. And these things are usually beyond the control of the firm, but they still can have a significant impact on the firm's performance. Information technology. Data and information can be delivered to consumers or other end users through either pull technology or push technology. Conventionally, consumers request information from a web page, and the browser then determines a response. The consumer is essentially asking for data. In this case, it's said to be the pull through the channel. The opposite of pull is push. Push technology sends data to a user's computers without a request being made. In other words, software is used to guess what information might be interesting to consumer based on the patterns of previous responses. So smart information delivery, known by a variety of technical names, including push-phase technology, allows website to become a one-on-one medium for each individual user. Today, information technology uses smart agents or intelligent agents to deliver customized content to a viewer's desktop. Yeah, this is a Google interface. It's kind of an old one, but you still recognize the Google web interface. And smart agents, smart agents is a software capable of learning an internet user's preference and automatically searching out information and distributing the information to a user's computer. Users can get stock quotes relevant to their portfolio, news about their favorite teams, and local weather. With push technology, pertinent content is delivered to the viewer's desktop without user having to do the search. Cookies in computer technology are small computer files that record a user's web usage history. If a person looks up a weather report by keying a zip code into a personalized web page, the fact that the user visited the website and the zip code entered are recorded in the cookie. This is a clue that tells where a person lives or maybe where he or she may be planning to visit. Website can then direct information to that consumer based on information in the cookie. An intranet is a company's private data network that uses internet standards and technology. The information on an intranet, data, graphics, video, and voice is available only inside the organization or to those individuals whom the organization deems as appropriate participants. So a key difference between the internet and an intranet is that security software programs or firewalls are installed to limit access to only those employees authorized to enter the system. Intranets then serve as a secure knowledge portal that contains substantial amounts of organizational memory and can integrate it with information from outside sources. An intranet can be extended to include key consumer as a source of valuable research, and their participation in an intranet can lead to a new product development. Internet 2. As we mentioned earlier, information technology changed rapidly, and as sophisticated as the internet and intranets are today, new technologies such as Internet 2 will dramatically enhance researchers' ability to answer business problems in the future. Internet 2, a collaborated effort involving about 250 universities and government entities and corporate organizations, and the project hopes to recreate some of the cooperative spirit that created the internet originally. The users are limited to those involved with the affiliate organization. The hope is to create a faster, more powerful internet by providing multimodal access, employing more wireless technology, and building a global trading mechanism. And Internet 2 began as a research tool for universities and organizations involved in its development. Thank you so much.